Hello, hello, I'm here. I promise I am. Look it, feel it, or not, I'm here. Hello, hello, and welcome to DooM WAD Travelogue, the show where we say just because it isn't a great idea to be going out right now doesn't mean we can't still explore new and interesting spaces. We're just going to do it in the form of community build DooM WADs and level packs. It's rote now. I'm gonna have a nightmare and wake up and say that whole thing perfectly in a cold sweat. Today, what do we know about today? I'm tired, y'all. Yesterday I had to tear down a half of a ceiling out in the garage, and honestly, like I'm doing okay from that, but it's killing my calves and my ankles. I guess going up and down the ladder really that's what took the most out of me. Which is it's Wednesday. Did I say it was something else? Did I say it was
What do
Tuesday?
we know about today?
What do we know about today? It's Wednesday. Okay, okay, okay. My dudes. Hey, that's supposed to be above the bug. There you go. Yeah, by the way, if you didn't know that, when you see like the little logos, that that way. When you see the little logos in the corners of like a broadcast, it's called a bug, part of like the station branding usually. Um, right, we're here to play Doom. I got something. Hey, y'all hear about that Monster Hunter limited part one? Because that's what we're looking at today. Um, I had something else I was thinking about looking at, but that's gonna be more work to um get set up and ready to play than I have effort in me today. So that's gonna have to be saved for another time. But instead, hey, apparently there's a Monster Hunter everybody's looking at. This is probably good SEO to have an excuse to write Monster Hunter in the title and uh in the title. Yeah. Yeah. This will make no sense on the archive. Um I can make it make sense. That'll be a whole other goof. That's great. That's fantastic. I love to do goofs. Yeah, I don't know much about what this is. In fact, it turns out it's a single level WAD that I honestly didn't know for sure. Okay, I gotta set the game back from last week. You know, sometimes you think you leave everything and it'll just work automatically because, oh, what do I ever change? But then, no, it turns out you change stuff all the time because you love to do bits. Um, but yeah, this is a one level replacement. There is a part two. I'm excited to see this because apparently this is very like combat light and exploration heavy, and we haven't had one of those in a while. But I really, really enjoy those that are like more adventure than they are action. Um, so I'm pretty much ready to get into this. Wee. That is, I still love that. All right, new game. So if this is your first episode that you're watching, A, welcome. B, this is a show about exploration, not about challenge. So we always play on the easiest level, and rather than bash our heads against a particularly difficult wall, we got no issue using cheats and debug stuff to get through and see more of the level is the end goal. Okay. Ah, I mean, if they're not bothering me, I won't bother them. That's That's narrative storytelling at its finest. That bike, though. Where did that bike come from? That is like a photo cutout that has been super compressed. All right. Whoop. All right. I guess we ain't leaving them alone. Sorry. I did look, and there is a. Nope, that's a light. There is a sort of. Ooh, I love these bridges. I'm still not completely sure how they work, but I love them. There is a story here, which is that we work for Monster Hunter Limited, and this is like a post-monster apocalypse environment, and we're not quite bounty hunters, but we are sort of like for hire extermination squads to clean areas out and go in and find, you know, to deal with the monsters for whatever ancillary reason. In this case, we're there to find a picture. Sure, why not? Stolen paintings. Okay. Wrap around. What? Okay, that also did that. Hey, does this do anything? Nope. Does this do anything? Okay. Hey, wild texture work here. Not wild, like, weird and unsettling, but just, like, unique textures everywhere we're looking at, right? Okay, so when they said combat light, they obviously didn't mean that light. See, if they say combat light and what they mean is no, like, slaughter-styled combat encounters, to me that is not the same thing. Is that a real? That's a real ladder. Huh. Not a thing. Door? Okay. Oh boy, okay. There's something about these textures where, like, they still read clearly. Like, this is definitely like a weathered brick wall, but it feels so much lower resolution that it almost feels kind of like grimy. But it feels like a texture photo I would have taken with my, like, circa 2007 digital camera. Like, yeah, it looks realistic. It also looks grainy as hell. These are some squint textures. There we go. Boy, wow, woo! Okay. Sure. All right. That armor just appeared, right? When we get armor is a good time to save. So we need a new save. This is, what is this one called? Monster Hunter? Okay, this is Rathalos Rampage. Yeah, excuse me if I'm sniffling all day. My allergies are doing some whack today. Oh, we out here restructuring the level we've been to before, huh? See, I do like that. I've definitely talked about sort of refreshing parts of the level you've been to is, or like recontextualizing existing parts of the level is usually much more. Oh, wait, was this here before? There we go. Okay, can we... Did we fall down through that? Yes. Okay. Why would that need to be connected for a shortcut? Like, I like it, but this level isn't that, like, big enough to require a shortcut like that. Unless something is gonna, like, lock off all other connections between these two areas. Right, recontextualizing its own. It's good, it's strong, what does it do? Oh, this is blocked now. Oh, but there's that there. Okay, exactly the thing. Now we need this in order to go across that way. That's that's the part that makes this confusing. Nice layering on the fan. Like, honestly, this zone hasn't been that complex yet, but like the idea of like, oh yeah, now you need to find this shortcut connection because we locked this way off is like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's fine because we just did it and it was fine. But I feel like there's a less practiced hand that would try that, or unless this is an unpracticed hand and they just kind of lucked into it. But I feel like there's a version of that where the place where you put the new connection and the door that you wall off are so separated from not just each other, but from whatever button or process caused that separation to occur, that you might not put together, hey, this is now your answer to this new problem. You might not even know that there's a new problem. Yellow key. Ooh, I like the style of it. The blinking light. It's a subtle blink, but blink is a good way to draw attention. It's using the very established, hey, this means door key. Clear what door it is referring to. But they made it a pillar, which I think is a nice touch, a nice variant on doing it. Okay, these don't read like doors to me, and I'm not sure why. Like, I don't know if they're too... something about these textures, they're all good textures. They all have like a very clear, well-rendered like griminess to them, and a what do you call it? Like a compression blurriness to them. But in a way where, like, I don't find that they're standing out from walls. Okay, where was the one before? Like, you see the one over in the background there. Like, they're getting the thing where it's like, hey, this is a door, so we're gonna light it so you pay attention to it. But also, it's not lit. It is a texture with a light on it, which, yeah, we kind of don't see that anywhere else. But it... Why am I having trouble with this? Let me deal with this. Okay, so... I mean, okay, I think part of it is that door is the darkest sort of values on the screen, shared with this texture over here on the left side is the wall of the balcony. Like, there was something in like original Doom, when you look at those door textures, it's the silver, the green, and the sort of copper. Mostly the silver, to start with, and the silver was okay, I might be misremembering, but the way I remember it is that it uses a silver that is generally like the lighter than any of the other used wall textures, except for maybe the silver textures. But even then, like, so like, even with like the sense of lighting, right? Like, because that is a way that you can set apart, if your textures are the same value, you can light them differently. And again, it's clearly they thought of that because these doors all have this sort of like spotlight effect baked into the texture. But I think there's something about, like, oh, why the boys? I do not like these boys. Why are the chains there solid? That's different. Give me this. I feel like I need this. Oh, hi, yellow key. Okay, there's a button up there. Okay, I'm trying to look at a door over here. So I feel like there is sort of the sense about what is baked onto the textures, because now the light has this has the same sort of grainy quality as everything else, and it doesn't really, it's not like it's making the door glow. It is a spot on the door, like I stand back here and like it's there and it's weird, but does it really stand out? Whereas if you use here, where's a good example of it? All the way back at the beginning. But when you use, this kind of wall light, which casts a light, and what you're doing is you're not just lighting the door, you're lighting the whole sector. What then ends up happening is, even though this wall and that door have sort of the same value under flat brightness, similar lightings, the one on the left would be darker, the one on the right would be lit. So, like, visually, it would sort of pop out more, because on screen under, different lighting conditions, that one would be brighter and it would pop out more. Who's ringing the doorbell? It's not a good idea to be going out right now. I wonder if that's the mailman. Nope, the cat ran away. She hides under my desk, so whenever the doorbell rings, I feel a furry rush past my foot. Maybe the doors are working fine. See, like over here, I think the door works fine because it is so contrasted from its surroundings. Where did we come in? Where am I trying to get to? This is where this boy was. Okay. Love to know where the boys came from. Here's this the outside? It's kind of... I don't know why I didn't read that door. Maybe I'm just tired and I didn't notice it. You know what? Maybe I'm trying to put a complex explanation when there's a simple answer. See, that I almost... See, also now that I have like sat and thought about it and paid a lot of attention to it, now the doors are jumping out to me. Although that's not a door I can open. I love big windows. I do love when there's big windows. Okay, what were we doing? There was something interesting. Got you a door. There's that door. We can get over there. Keys up there. We got over there. That's where the boy came out of. There's a button up there. So I'm guessing this is going to become a staircase at some point. Okay, this wall was solid, but then we can come through here. Whoa, hey! See? Again, I'll give it to you. Yeah, monsters kind of just appear in front of you, but it's because a door opened, not because of inexplicable things. It wasn't just monsters that appeared in front of you, it was a new space that appeared in front of you. Nope, also a locked door. Okay, so what about the one over here that I kept staring at? Have I tried that one yet? Also locked. Okay. Now things are making less and less sense. Okay. Alright, I guess teleporter it is. Nope, that's an in. That's an innie, not an outie. Alright, what haven't I examined yet? I looked up... Is there anything in here? Maybe... Okay, it's one of the buttons I was looking at. Is this a shoot button? No. Is this a jump map? Well, that wouldn't help there anyway. Am I not supposed to be in here yet? When this opened, was... See, I'm so afraid one of these is going to be, like, secretly the thing it wants us to interact with, because it's machinery with a lot of buttons on it. But they've been good at using the lights or, like, the big single levers, like known switches. Oh, hey, here we go. Here's a whole corner I did not notice before. And we're stuck in here. Good. Touchies. Alright, that one's an outie. Enough of you. I love that, because that wasn't just the grab the thing to set off the thing. It was like, touch this button that you think will get you the thing, and instead the thing runs away and you get an encounter. I like that. You don't even get the thing. That's extra mean. But if that... Okay, so now it's in there, but this is locked. Okay, so things have changed around us. As much as I appreciate, like, adventure levels, when it's a matter of the adventure is, hey, search all around for, like, the one button you haven't pressed yet. Okay, so why did I miss that place existed? You come in and it's sort of visible. Well, it's not super visible from right where you walk in. This catches your attention, and then this is a doorway. The right side is a staircase, but into an open, so it feels like you have more eyesight here, so that would kind of draw your eye. Now I feel like I gotta be looking around for new buttons that have appeared. Can I drop here? I can drop here. I gotta say, the architecture itself, the styling, the just sort of like the way it is cut into different spaces using verticality. You know, we have ups, we have drop downs, we have stairs in interesting places. I do like this zone. I think it's... I think this zone has been managed to be, like, because it is kind of one room, but it definitely feels like it has, like, discrete different sections, and it's not cut up with just walls. Like, it has a lot of open view lines. It is complex without being confusing. I really appreciate the way this WAD is sort of handling itself, and oh, when did those happen? All right, we go now. Now we are also in jail with a rocket launcher. Okay, so there's one door straight there. We still have that weird thing that I don't know what it is. Okay, wait, what now? So, okay, so what did I do that made those stairs come up? Now I have the rocket launcher, and how is that going to help me? And where am I going to want to go now? Like, still, neither of these doors have opened. Is there a third closed door? Yeah, none of these doors have opened, so... I still didn't get the yellow key, so... This is where we came out. Check that for a teleporter section again? Yeah, I'm seeing, like, nothing that's changed now that we've done that loop. We have the rockets. Oh, that was behind this other door? Okay. Yeah, but we still don't have the yellow key. So it just gave us a rocket launcher, and it gave us a hullabaloo to get the rocket launcher, but was this a necessary hullabaloo or an optional hullabaloo? If I fire a rocket at the glass, it does not shatter the glass. Again, nothing new in here. We did this, we got both buttons, and we went through it. We come back here, there's nothing... Those have unlocked because we came through it. Kind of the only thing we have is to go back outside? I don't imagine it would want us to go all the way back, right? Like, this felt like intro, this felt like we are done with this now, we changed everything, we contextualized everything. This is where we first came. Hey, can I hit that? I can. This is where we first came down. Yeah, nothing, this isn't what we're looking for. These aren't the droids. Period. These aren't the droids. See, I see a hole like that, and it makes me think, ooh, can I climb through that vent? But I don't think this is going to be one of those maps. Well, I'm confused. Again, we have this, but that's nothing. This is nothing. I have like that up there, but I doubt that's... Well, we can't get to that anyway, because that's on the other side. I feel like this looks like a doorway for some reason. Whether because it does that, or you don't really get up there. Anything else looks like a switch to push? Wait, what are you? I guess that's just decorative then. Wait, no, that's the door that was open to begin with. I'm missing something obvious. That's an elevator? That doesn't feel like it needs to be an elevator, but okay, sure, why not? I'm not gonna poo-poo connectivity. Wait. This is an elevator. That is not clearly defined as an elevator, because we use this like black and yellow striping everywhere. See, at least here it's sort of inset, saying, hey, there is something different. This is not a continuation of the wall. Here, it's just the, okay, interesting. All right. Hey, that's why that thing was there, to put the boy. And we've now opened this door. Good. Have we opened any other doors? We have. We've opened all of those doors? We have. Okay. Oh, I guess because they all go to the same zone. Hey, buddy. This is going to be a hard dance because there's folks everywhere. Listen, I'm just looking for like one place I can. Oh, rest. Chainsaw. Chainsaw. You don't say. Good graffiti. The resistor. Okay. What do you think? Is it safe to step in that? Considering the more humanoid ones weren't in it, I'm thinking. Okay, we could go up here. We could go down there. Where's the big boy? Big boy's right here. Ow. Okay. Nice outside zone. I like these street lamps. I like very sort of understated skybox. I was about to ask, what did that affect? And just this. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if something else, if it affected anything else, I wouldn't really know. Okay, the burning tree next to the burning barrel. That's good. That's a good new sprite to add a little touch of detail. This is over here. Okay. See, I think this was very good having this. Yeah, we're feeling okay. Like, we can't see very well through this, but having this glass zone, so you see it, there's like a big outdoor out there, and then now we get to actually go and explore it. Huh. And this is what's out the other door, I think? We're just not there yet. Oh, hey, we just got an auto map. Okay, okay, there is zones to this map. We're gonna be here a while. Especially if I get stuck looking for another button that didn't make itself super clear that it was a button. Okay, the button was clear, but the elevator wasn't. Like, also kind of interesting because it's been making a point of... Is this just some sort of like weird like incinerator trap? Huh. I'm still looking for that yellow key. Well, I'm looking for how to get to that yellow key. Right? Because we're here, and it's right up there. So it's sort of in that room. Maybe it's up there. Right? It's right here. Alright, going through the back window. Hi! Welcome! Yellow key. Wow, okay, actually if that's the case, and this is a lot of sort of outdoor section that is more decorative than necessary, because to just sort of wrap out and go around and come in this window, and you have like a pretty direct pass to that from two of the exits. Oh. Hey, one rocket. Oh, we can't really go this way then, because it's... Okay. Ooh, bottom of the box. Okay. But yeah, all we had to do was go around and get that, so everything else, a lot of those other... the other balconies and whole, you know, zones of that outdoor section were essentially unnecessary. Optional, maybe, if you will. It's a nice way to put it. But it really makes it feel like a wide space, even if the sort of like direct pathing didn't involve... Okay. Something else just opened. No, we dropped. Okay. I know I heard something back. Oh, wait. If he's looking that way, can I get right up on him? Yes, I can. Kind of funny that these all just stopped, and then we dropped to a point where they were not a threat anymore. Oh, this is... Oh, that's a nice keyboard texture. Even though it kind of fits the kind of keyboards that we see built in to DooM, you know? Hey, Eden! Yeah, good, you get the joke. Oh boy, that's not on screen anymore, so I have no idea when you send it. Let me bring the chat box over to the main window, like I normally do for these streams. Alright. Whoop. Okay, now we're up here. I can't imagine anybody would work from this spot. Like, in a vent in the wall, but okay. That you had to jump to get to. Don't forget that part. Okay, so it dropped those. But now that means we can't go out the way we came in. Here's this again. Whoa. Okay, now it's just playing peekaboo with me. Okay. No, this is fine. This is... Nope. This is fine. Alright, now we're in this other factory zone. I like what they have done with different zones so far, right? Because we've kind of... Alright, for the most part, maybe, let's say. Because we had the opening zone, which has actually felt a bit different from the sort of factory interior zones. But now this is the second one of these. But they had that really nice outside zone. So, like, it's... Nope, that was a guy who just appeared. If he can fit there, we can fit there. If it fits... If he fits, I sits. Okay. Ooh, Sparky. Whoop. Oh, it juts out from the wall a little bit. Oh, wow, the red key was out here? I never noticed. Now that's here. Okay. See, I'll even take that. If things are teleporting in because we're hitting a switch, that makes sense to me. Oh, hi. Wait. Okay, so which kind of wall is this? Because there are some walls that you can shoot through but not walk through. This is one of those. I heard that. The monster doing that? Or it's automated, maybe? What? There. I'm just wasting shots left and right. Come on. You. Chill. This is my chill stick. Okay, red door here, so we're going to need that red key. Just, you know, there's a little moat back here. It's fine. Actually, it's kind of good because then it gives you this opportunity for this really layered view out this corner. Okay, so... Alright, now we're... Wait. Is this the same outside, or is this a different outside? This might be a different outside, actually. Which would explain why I didn't notice the red card earlier, because we weren't here. Besides, I'm much more prone to notice yellow card. After all, whenever the violin hits on the track, you're like, oh, now this shit slaps. And you're all like way away from here, you know? Okay. So, Blue Key is my favorite starter Pokemon, and Yellow Card is a band that I like a lot. We need like a red card joke just to round it out to use for the next 100 episodes, you know? The only thing I can think of, though, is like, oh, we can't get too many red cards or we'll get thrown out of the soccer game. Or do you really need one red card for that? I don't know enough about soccer. Do I want to leap off of this balcony somewhere? I mean, I do. Personally, I do. Ah. Oh, it drops just from, like, stair walks. Okay. Okay, but again, up here. Oh! Oh, we gotta take the long way around? Oh, that's kind of rad, actually. If we have to take, like, a skyway. Door? Usable door. Oh, we've been here. Oh, these were connected anyway. Oh, boy. What are you? You can't just be a dead end. You got... Oh, maybe. Not on the auto map. Okay, but that's over there. Okay, wait. This is the starting zone. Ish, I think. No, wait, where was it? Boy, is there a whole secret that we've missed? I hope so. No, wait, because I'm pretty sure this is where the red card is. That's the silo that we were just looking at. The question is, how do we get up there? And where did we start from that had... This is where we started from. Because this was the little decorative with the motorcycle. This was the cave with the boys. This is where we started from. Okay, but so wait. What is this shape then? Where do we know that shape from? And can we get to any of these from doubling back a ways? We can't double back. They took that staircase from us. Right, okay. Something about that makes sense. Okay. Red key's gonna get us through there. We don't have red key yet. Just looking out here. Oh. Okay, wait. We knew about this. Oh, that's like a different area over there that I just didn't go through. No, this is like a dead end. Maybe I actually do want to jump up. Oh, okay. See, but I would expect like a door over here or something. See, I'm trying to remember. You can walk on extremely thin ledges. that feel like you're not standing on them at all. And that didn't even use jump, so I'm going to consider that a valid. I'm going to save. I don't want to have to deal with that again. Where did you expect me to get up and around from then? Oh, hi. Why were you on fire coming up? Oh, okay. Sure, why not? What? Hello. Okay. Doesn't open from this. Okay, so we're going to come back at some point, and that's just going to be open, I betcha. Oh, is this what we're looking for? Nope, not a real ladder. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay, so now we get a cross over there. We get... Excuse. Oh, I just want to, like, let them... I want to let them all chill a little bit. You figure out what y'all are doing, and then I'll come hang out. Okay. That's a spider, ain't it? Thing I learned about spider, if you're close enough, it's a clean 3 hits. And they got a long spin up. Oh, incinerator? Ah. I'm shocked I didn't, like, pull more of these enemies already. You? And one guy in a box. Who did this to you? Ow! Alright, that's what I get for showing concern. Don't learn lessons from Doom. Please don't learn lessons from Doom. Okay, so you're... Oh! Oh, okay. Nope. Okay, well... Give me the runaround. John Popper. Oh, hi. I knew it. Okay, well, if those are tied together, then this is an elevator, too. Oh, well. Okay. Then wait, where's that other elevator? Wait, then where would that other elevator have taken me up? Hey! Hey! Well, we finally get to do this cool thing that I wanted to do. Go up through the silo. I love a sky bridge. I love the look of this. Alright, but once I get that key, once I drop out the other end of this, because this is a one-way, I believe. But we can immediately fall back down to here. Good, fine. Okay, now somewhere in here you're telling me there's a red key door. Someone... Hey, look at that. brain is kind of working today. See, this is actually what I like in a map. It's not combat encounter heavy. It's not about you're going to open this door into the next room where there's going to be the next mob of monsters. This is much more about sort of this is a very like dungeon crawling levers and traps sort of level design that I really associate with like id Doom levels. Like every once in a while you have the big monster fight, but that's usually like a boss fight. That's usually like the monster fight is the set piece for the room or the level or whatever. But like your day-to-day levels are this: here's an area that is complex, on the verge of confusing, but hopefully not. And you're just trying to like, okay, how do I get there from here? Do I go around? Do I loop? And you're figuring out sort of like your navigation, and you're dealing with monsters along the way. But the monsters are really like a secondary challenge. I think that's why, you know, when you look at the difference in difficulties, or the difference in the difficulty levels, a major one is the what do you call it? Like monster placement, monster presence, right? Which goes to say that like, okay, maybe easy means that there's less monsters, but the puzzle challenge of the levels is unavoidable. That is, no matter what difficulty you're on, that is the challenge that you will have to meet and surpass. To say that is sort of the core challenge of the game, actually. The monsters are there to make that puzzle harder. To be an optional variable second level on top of that base level of navigating levels, finding switches, whatever you need to progress to get to the exit, right? See, that also looks like a door. It's got the weird spotlight on it. It might be a door, but it might be a non-manual door. Yeah, if there was another way to get to the upper side of this zone that wasn't sneaking past that beam, I have no idea what it was. Like, a part of me wants to go and look and see if I can figure it out, but like, weirdly, this knowledge of how thin a sliver Doom Guy can walk on felt like the most obvious way to progress. All right. Okay. Huh? Okay, everybody's here. Hey, those of you who are able, come over by me. So I, like a number of others lately, have finally started playing the copy of Dragon's Dogma that we bought like 5 years ago when it was on sale for $2.67 or whatever. Um, and let me tell you, uh, hiding enemies has been almost like brokenly effective, right? Like to a point where you almost start to wonder, I maybe it's just me, but I feel like if I knew there must be one of those dudes around here somewhere. I wasn't sure when he was going to show up, but I knew we were going to run into one. Okay, now where is he? So I can just... There he is. I hate dealing with these guys. Oh, that was the death noise. All right, all right, all right. Got him. Okay, looking good. Right, Dragon's Dogma. I think that like that's part of why on so many of these Doom maps I end up talking about like sort of that idea of like how do you really want to keep in mind like how you're going to encapsulate an encounter. Whew. Yeah, how are we feeling? We're feeling pretty good. Armor's almost gone, but we're feeling pretty good. Yes, we can. Why is there a dead boy here? We can get that way if we run across. Okay. But yeah, like encapsulating a counter because I know we've definitely talked about the doorway problem. About if there's an encounter in a room, but the encounter starts the moment you see it, the moment you open the door, then what you have is you have a built-in choke point, which is that door. So it doesn't matter how interesting or well laid out the room is, you'll kite everybody to the door. So that's why we talk about like put the thing the player needs to grab to progress, or might even just want to grab. You put that in the middle of the room, and touching that is what sets it off, because then the player is in the middle of the room when the fight starts. Okay. But again, you do need this sense of like encapsulating the counter, because if you make the encounter start when the player's in the middle of the room, but they can still get to the doorway they came in from and use it, then you haven't really solved that doorway problem. It's just sort of you have managed to add one more technical aspect to it of, hey, here is this tactical doorway you can use. The challenge is just getting from the middle of the room back to the doorway, right? And that's a bigger challenge to make the player face, but then you are back down to and the real problem with this is that the doorway is a funnel, right? Am I in the middle of the hex? I'm still not used to this. The doorway is a funnel, and it becomes like a meat grinder, right? Which is like you do the same thing. It is fairly safe. It is reliable, and the only thing that changes is how much meat did you put in, because more meat will take longer to grind, right? So it doesn't matter how big a wave of enemies you put if the plan is sit at this doorway and just take them down as they file in. All you're doing is changing the length. And again, I've talked about this before in sort of even if you don't have a door, even if you just have a wall of monsters that you need to pierce through, it is just a question of, okay, what is the math on how many bullets I have, how much damage can I output versus how much health all of these enemies have to, kill them all or kill enough of them that I can now, they are spaced out enough that I can dodge through and make progression. And it really comes down to the same problem of what it does is it comes down to the same thing of all you have done is more enemies just mean longer timer. Whether it's a doorway or whether it's just a lot of dudes, you're coming down and you're doing that same problem, is that you're not making it harder, you're making it longer, you're making it tedious. And I bring this up because kiting monsters, if that is a reliable tactic, if that's something you can do, then I think that is pretty much in that same boat. If anything, it is the most tedious of the three because, what do you call it? Because you have to go through the process of like inching up, catching one or two guys, drawing them away, and then taking care of them. So you have this whole process of making it safe to work with versus the doorway, which is like a built-in pretty safe to work with. And honestly, yeah, given those two options, the like sort of open slaughter is just a wall with barely any place to hide. I think that is the most challenging, although personally I would prefer to say it's the most exhausting, because it's not a safe way to do it. You have to keep yourself safe while doing this meat grind, like what if the meat grinder was would not randomly, but like the meat grinder kept exploding while you were working on it, and so you had to be hands off while it exploded and then get back to grinding. Which in its own way, like, it adds a challenge, but it also could make it take even longer because it's you have to juggle the tasks of grinding the monsters and protecting yourself. Whereas kiting is probably still longer because usually to get the kited monsters to a space where it's safe to handle them is the longest process of all. And I feel like, so the whole point is the complaint I have with a lot of Doom maps, I'm kind of having with Dragon's Dogma. Like, at least in there, it's kind of interesting because it feels like, no, I'm supposed to run into the middle of these dudes and just be leveled up enough to sort of handle them as a group, but I don't have to. And this technique is available to me where I can handle this big group in a much smaller way, and like it makes sense. That is what you do when you are, outnumbered and overpowered, is you break it into something you can take on. And then you just slowly eat away at it. It really is like the same process. And I think it's more forgivable in like a big open world like Dragon's Dogma is trying to pull off, because at some point there was something about doing like a Doom map, which is sort of originally conceived, the source material is more about rooms and zones and like cordoned off sections, and it's like you are in this room, you are in that room, you are in that room, as opposed to this is just like a big field with camps sprinkled all over it, so there's something about like, oh well, in an open world game, yeah, stuff is just kind of out there, and it's because that is sort of the weird complaint, right? Because how many open world games is like, oh yeah, it's this big open world that's kind of empty, because all of the interesting stuff is when it you get to an outpost and then suddenly it is rooms and sequences and zones and hallways, and it goes back to like the traditional what we know how to design around, right? I'm thinking very hard about this, but in a way that I don't have anything like interesting to say about it. It's like, let me play with these ideas internally. I don't play with ideas well externally. I can't really like talk them out loud while I'm puzzling with them. But yeah, it's. I guess maybe that is what it comes down to though. It's like I think a lot of the things we can learn about controlling the experience and placements and encapsulating encounters, which an encounter is an experience at some point, but like what we know about how to like finally control these and sort of understand, what makes them easy. How do we, what are the sort of like most knowing like what situations can lead to, the player to have like a or kind of just what we can do to like take away the tedium, right? Like any day of the week, I will take, like I would rather rather take an encounter with few monsters but put me in a like no hidey hole position than give me a ton of monsters but leave me a doorway to use as a meat grinder, right? Like that one is safe, which makes it tedious, versus the other one is danger but in like a short controlled burst, like a manageable burst of it, right? And considering the ways that like even open worlds are built these days, which is a lot of like, hey, either we have this big empty space with these like sort of small controlled, like classically designed elements in it. It's like, oh, okay, well then your classically designed elements are you can use the same lessons there. Maybe just make your open world smaller. Like honestly, the bigger you tell me your map is, the more apprehensive I get, because it's just like, yeah, you can put more empty space between stuff. That doesn't necessarily make it better. You could add more. Like again, you want to tell me like, oh, we have a 10-kilometer in-game map. That doesn't mean much to me because I know it's going to be empty, but then there's going to be stuff on it that is more classically, designed. So you want to tell me like, oh, we have 120 outposts, which, outpost, that's basically a level. Okay, this now I have a concept of like, empty space is interesting. The things in that empty space that, fill that space, those are interesting. So, it's that kind of thing. This has all just been an excuse for me to chill out and sip my coffee for a minute here, by the way. Man, how much of this map we have left? Okay. We're going to go over here, and then we're going to go over there, and that's maybe like another half. Although, again, you can kind of see over here, this looks like this might be a sort of open space that we're more going to cut across than what do you call it? Than explore laterally. Okay, well, right. Okay, I forgot what the point here was. All right, I want to go through this wall. Bingo. What did that do? What did that do, and was it interesting? Was it necessary? What? Okay, just please don't be another that guy. Okay, all right, now we got stairs. Again, good. Switch placement, but you have sight line to what you're changing. Good switches. This is... I said earlier that, like, oh, are they just forging fireballs? That's kind of hilarious if they're just forging fireballs. Oh, I love that, actually. That's good. Nook? Alright. Yeah, I probably only needed to come down here to hit that switch. But Yeah, like the fact that there's so much sort of like extra space down here, which is just for the sake of look at it makes for a fuller world. Like calling it like an adventure map, which is actually more about the challenges in the exploration and in finding things. I think that means you do need to have some like red herring locations to be like, hey, you found a dead end. The dead end means it doesn't really matter, but like if the only thing to find is the interesting thing, then there's not really a challenge to the exploration, right? So I think that actually makes sense. Oh, did you see what just happened there? Okay, so this does, I think, work how I think it works. So this dude's sitting down here. But when we come up here and we approach the bridge, he jumps up. So I think the floor... I think like the functional like hitbox of the floor is jumping lower and upper. So when does it fall back down? There. Basically, as soon as you step off this staircase, it drops back down to the floor. So there is like this checkpointing of, hey, we're going to make sure that it swaps before you reach it. And it will be at the side you need it to be on. I definitely played with that idea of doing it with regular lifts. I'm not sure what the special... Oh. Hey, there's that painting we came here to get. Great, we have it. I guess we're just going to leave this way? Why did these monsters have this painting? Okay. I wonder what would happen if you left without it. Cleaning? And then back up. Okay. Or are we back at base now? And this is like a denouement of the map. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, there's all the weapons. Yeah, this feels like back at home base. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just run through the shelf, thank you. Secret door. Oh! It's just like a nice little office. Oh, we got a space balcony, yo. This is a cute office. The top of the desk mat is a really nice touch that makes it feel real. And those are flat textures, but again, desk mat and the spread papers, and I love this. I imagine this is like a coffee cup over here. Delivered. Monster Hunter Limited. Hey, how come there was a teleporter directly from the place back into our base? That's just a lamp? Yellow skull to open this door. Okay, so that is a door. Wait, we got this much map left and we still have a key to get, so... Hey, wait, is a third of this map just after, like, the intended climax? Oh, I love this, though. I love that you just get this, like this calm interior... Oh, interesting. It only closes behind you. Alright, that's cool. It's like, meanwhile, back at home... Like, it's not quite domestic because it is, you know, this is a place that exists in a monster area kind of world. Hey, guy. I am shocked that the factory zone that we've been dealing with the whole time is just done now. It's like, this really feels like this should be the start of chapter 2. Whoa, whoa! Nobody told me I'd be shooting dogs. Not happy about this. But you see, this is exactly what I was saying about doorways are funnels, which turns them into meat grinders. Like, as long as you have the necessary... Oh, hello. Is this our house? Hey, is this our house? Oh, the light's on for the fish. Oh, that's very good. That's very, very good. I love this aquarium. Here's our little kitchenette with the... Oh, that's not even actually the key. Okay. This is very good. Like, not only is this very good to see built in Doom, but I actually just like this as, like, breaking news, live. Oh no, our hometown, I guess. I assume? Is that right out here? Yeah, that's right out here. Oh, those alien bastards are gonna pay for busting up my home city. My home ruins. Oh, this will open the balcony? Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, so we don't even... When I said we don't explore it laterally, actually we don't explore it at all. This looks like it is all just... sort of... Hey, what are you doing over there? This is just like set piece for like, hey, here's what's going on. Although, looking at some of this, like, yeah, just sort of like the pieces down here, from what I've seen, this might be basically how part 2 starts, is part 2 we go with this. This is a long denouement, though. Like, a denouement that you play yourself is hella. Wait, getting into bed is the exit? Oh, that's good. That's good. Getting into bed is the exit. How do I get a better shot that is a bed? That's bed is the exit that's the freaking thumbnail of my life, you know. It's gonna be a light switch. I don't want this to end right here. It did end right there, but with the snoring, it's very good. Gosh, that was... Okay, but that means I can come up in here and stand. Okay, good. But there is something there. You see that, right? Bathroom? Oh, not a real bathroom. See, and here's this, but I guess that's not real. So I'm just gonna say, hey, I have all the keys now. This is just your going home commute, is having to deal with roaming gangs of rabid dogs. Okay, if I open this now with cheats. No, it didn't. There's just a... Okay. I wonder if this is a case of, like... We were expecting to just... So, I think the understanding I have is, like... This map was kind of all intended to be one map, but they broke it in half. Just like Kill Bill. Because they ran into, like, limitations of the engine. Like, the map was just getting too big. Let's walk through some things. Yeah, this is just okay. So I could totally believe that, like, there are some remnants of when they were starting to build this as straight up just the second map. And then they, yeah, wow, look at that. And then they couldn't get there because they were like, actually, this is falling apart. We need to split this into a new map. Monster area. Go in here. Again, bathroom is not only not real, there's not even space in here. Let's go explore over here a little bit. This is like a cool amount. See, this is what I need to get better with in my maps, is sort of like using multiple textures to build like urban environments. Like the way that this is the stone wall, but then the lower brick wall. This is definitely a problem that I've had with this specific texture, is that it's all windows, it's no doors. So to put it down to street level like this, or to put it down to street level kind of doesn't make sense. But they've got a good solution here, which is they don't bring it down to street level. Everything has a balcony, and then they build custom front door facades. And that is just like second floor and up. Ooh, or up here where it's just being used as a balcony. They're definitely using a texture pack that has a lot of other of this urban styled building facades, you know? There's a lot going on out here. Well, I love hanging out here. This is just like, yeah, when you look at it from over here, it looks like layers of city, and the clouds are actually a good like disguising factor. But when you get over here, it's just like, nah, this is just a pyrotechnics room. This is backstage. This is like, you know, whenever you watch like 4th of July fireworks, you look at the fireworks. You don't look at the boat. This is the fireworks boat that we're standing in right now. Flying in right now. Yeah, that's fire. Yep, sure is. I like this room. That's why you don't store these barrels inside. Oh, that's a door. Two nothing. This was expected, but you know. Oh, why is this Starfield background not just skybox, and also it's animating? Wait, can we really tell from back here? Here, this is our balcony. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It does make the stars sparkle very low. That's... I'll tell you what, I didn't notice it at first, so I walked up and looked at it, but... Just like, look at how well designed these balconies are for just being decoration. Just to be something you see out of the corner of your eye from other balconies. Or from your own balcony. You don't even get to go out there. Yeah, who's this? Is this some famous looking guy? I don't know what that means. Whoops. Whoa. Oh, it's a control sector. I want to go test that motorcycle. Yeah, what's up, motorcycle? Vroom vroom. Very well done. Like even just this shot right here, hiding both exits, and like, honestly, I really, you know, not thinking about it in terms of the designer, I really got caught. It was just like, oh yeah, this is just a section of road. You don't see all of it. It could go off on the other ways forever. It's like no, it absolutely doesn't. But it is very well designed and feels like it could. That's very good. I'm overall very impressed by this map. Whoops. This is where we came in. I really do like this cleaning elevator where it just drops you down, blinks at you for a minute, and then brings you back up. Oh, hello. I love control sectors. Where did I want to go? I wanted to look all the way down here. And this is just long. This is a very long hallway to build for something that is just... You will never get to it. You will never touch it. You can just glance at it from over here. There's a lot of good sort of decorating with geometry and decorating with very complex geometry. Like even just talking about these, the making it look like I don't know if that's water towers or whatever, but God, and just like the mix of the materials in this shot alone, this is very well made. This is okay, here, wait. Okay, so if I because I didn't come off of the stairs or I no clip through it, it didn't know to drop. So we can't walk through it because technically the floor is up there. I knew it. I knew that's how they were doing it. But if I okay, so there's actually a very specific okay, so kind of right there. Or over here. Okay. So we have this little square from where this ends, basically this step over to that side of the staircase. These are the triggers that make that drop. Okay. I'm guessing the ones we saw from very early on in the map here. Where's very early in the map? Very early in the map is somewhere over here. Later than this. So like there's a little bit here. I bet these work pretty much the same way. These at least wouldn't actually block the middle. Actually, that's an interesting question. Okay, yeah, so it looks like these have that hitbox permanently. Unless I've, triggered them and didn't walk through the untrigger. But like the fact that there's this pole here is you don't expect to go there. So it kind of hides it a little better, and you don't have to do that trickery. But there was another one too, and honestly, I don't think we'll go look at it, but here, when we were doing the whole walkway over this zone, right? You know what? I should go back to that zone, because again, I'm really curious if... Here we go. Traveling. That's a basketball penalty. Because like this whole zone under here must similarly get us up there, right? It must lift the floor so we can walk across that, and then probably jumping off of this is what reset it. Okay, but again, there's not like a way to get up here, right? We look at all of this. Doesn't seem to be a way up there. It's not from that balcony. Oh, hey, this balcony is like this too. And again, there's items here that... Then how come the items aren't lifted? Ooh, interesting questions. Because, like, I know this shit, but I feel like this would be secret, unexpected knowledge to anyone else. Hey, by the way, was there a coffin in here? No, it's not a coffin. That was the street light I was seeing on the map. I thought that was a coffin of some weird shape, but no, that's the street light. Right, we never got into this house. That falls down there? I don't understand this house. I don't understand this house. It's another elevator. Those elevators never are clear to me. I don't know if that's me. Oh. Okay, and then that drops. And then you come up here and you deal with the house, and then you run out this side, and that's how you get there. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. But I didn't. Yeah, from over here, the way that it was like a platform, and then honestly, it just wouldn't make sense because this would be an elevator. Because when you think of elevators, they come down and they go back up to where they were. So it's just like, no, it would not. Clearly, there's this whole other like set piece navigation that they would want me to use to get over there. So the idea of like this is just an elevator is like, no, because it would bring me back up to there, and it wouldn't. That makes no sense. But you fall down here, and this go like making it clearer. What is it? That's and that opens something over here. Right, I didn't set this off last time. Or did I? And I just never noticed when I did. Because at some point, more monsters did, like, up here. Yep, that hurts. Okay. Alright, that's how you're supposed to do it. And then you can come up here and wrap around like this. Were we ever... I don't think we were ever out here. I think we were able to just see it from two different places. But this is a... This is a non-zone. That's cool. I kind of like that, actually. Again, decorating with geometry, with space. Like, yeah, no, this is a whole complicated looking area that's like well decorated and looks like it's kind of looks as much like a space you would traverse as any other space in this level, but you don't. That is just to look at, and like I said, I think to look at. Yeah, because I think that over there is a balcony. Yeah, you can get to that balcony from the other side, but it's not about... It's not a place where you go. It's a place you look across only. That's kind of wild. Stairs. Hey, you know, sometimes stairs. Right? Okay, but... Alright, now that I'm up here. No clip. I'm going to jump off sideways, and now, yes, now this is blocked. Okay, so it's the same trick in every case. There's got to be one of the control sectors is controlling that, right? Gotta be. Because it's just like, hey, treat this as though the floor were at this level of this sector that's hidden over in the wall, even though as far as rendering goes, use the heights of the original sector, which is down here, so that way it's still clear. Okay, I gotta end this properly. So let's just go back to our bedroom. Every time I enter a zone and I land. And that yellow skull door that has nothing behind it. Okay. But I love that it's here. That's got to be the way the next one starts, right? I'll tell you this right now. I am, like, excited that... Oh, what are you? Or is this just because it's supposed to be a cabinet? Yeah, I think it's because it's a cabinet. God, all the handles on these... The level of detail in this map is... And it kind of knows when to spend a detail, right? Because, like, in the big combat zones, it's mostly, you know... It's a lot of materials. It's a lot of mix. It's interesting, but it's not finely detailed. All of the detail work is in the used textures, but those textures cover more broad swaths. In here, where it's a very quiet moment, a very small moment, just the knobs on the bedpost. This is a level of detail that's like the folded over corner of the blanket. Like this is where you go ham. I'm like, okay, it's quiet. You're going to be able to see. You're going to have the chance to breathe and see these tiny details. So this is where we'll put them. Good night. But yeah, that's kind of just hilarious to me. Oh, enough with that noise. Hey, that dog was the last monster. Okay, good. Yeah, that was really cool. That was well detailed and pretty well paced. And like I said, the except for a couple of issues with creating elevators that did not read as elevators. That was, like, again, complex without being confusing. Thank you. I got a cookie delivery. And just, like, well designed, well detailed, well thought out, knows a lot of, the sort of things we talk about, of like making things clear, about having sight lines, about placing buttons where you can see what they're changing. A lot of elements of that's just like there was like a skilled hand behind this map, and that's fantastic. And I'll tell you what else is fantastic: knowing that we have a part 2 that we can check out next week, because I love when I don't have to pick a new WAD to check out. It's just an obvious answer right there in front of me. But yeah, that's going to do it for this week. Thank you for hanging out with me. I had a good time. I hope you did too. Yes, I did eat, 2 hot dogs and a cup of black coffee over the course of this episode, so we'll see how that treats me after the cameras are off. But yeah, that's going to do it. So until next time, get the vaccine, get boosted. It's the best way to not give infection a foothold. Stay home as much as you can. If there's no contact and there's no chance of exposure, there's no chance of passing it on and infecting others, wear your mask. Your mask it protects others, and their mask protects you. Wash your hands. It's just good hygiene. Lift the voices of the oppressed. Learn to read power dynamics so that you can tell who is oppressed and who is claiming to be oppressed. Remember that neutrality doesn't exist. Deciding to be neutral is just means to allow the oppressor to continue oppressing, and that's taking the side of the oppressor. And the rule behind the rest of these rules is take care of one another. I'll see you next time.